The next thing that I really recommend is that you don't be invisible. When I say don't be invisible, what I mean is don't do all your schoolwork and your networking and then not publish it on the web somewhere. Amazon.com has transformed our shopping industry to where any small vendor can be online and compete with the big vendors. It's the same in the job market now. Any student or any job applicant can establish themselves as an expert in the industry by going online and showing their portfolio. So one example of that is I have an interest in podcasts. I love to listen to them. My son was interested in web development and building a nice web page for us, getting us on iTunes, and I was interested in meeting and interviewing Idaho leaders. So we called our podcast the Idaho Leader Podcast. We bought a URL, idaholeader.com. I met with a friend over lunch that's an attorney, paid him $99 and got an LLC set up. You don't even have to do that. But then we were off and running. And so I have online a portfolio of 25 different interviews with good, solid Idaho leaders. And if I ever wanted to go into broadcasting for some strange reason, I would be able to show 5 years as the CEO and host of the Idaho Leader Podcast. And interviews are right there, proof that I know what I'm doing. So this is something anyone can do. Any student can set up a web page, a blog, at the very least a good LinkedIn profile that showcases the papers you've written, the projects you've done, to show that you are a player in the industry. One thing I tell students all the time is you need to have the job title that the HR recruiter is looking for in that job you're applying for. So for example, if I'm a student graduating from college and I want to become a VP of marketing or a marketing director for a company, what I am going to do is set up a marketing association of Southeast Idaho, and my 3 roommates are going to be part of that association. I will be the marketing director for that company or that association. I'll put it out on LinkedIn. We will do volunteer work for nonprofits a couple times a year to help them with their marketing. And then on my resume, it will show that I have a couple years experience as a director of marketing for the Southeast Idaho Marketing Association. So is that honest? Absolutely, it's honest. You're doing the work, you might as well get the credit. Another important principle of not being invisible online is to be searchable. So you want to have a good LinkedIn profile where you have the job title that you're going to be applying for in the future, because headhunters are out there searching LinkedIn within a geography for that job title, and you need to come up on the list of names when those recruiters do that search. So make sure that you have that title. Make sure that you are searchable online. Many times when I've hired for my training department, I will go online into LinkedIn advanced search and put in Pocatello area, Eastern Idaho, Boise, wherever it happens to be, the title videographer. I'll hit enter and then start down the list contacting those students who are a videographer at their university and have the technical chops I'm looking for, and I'll just message them. And I've hired more than a few videographers that way who had never heard of my company but said, hey, it sounds great, I'll apply, and they turn out to be exactly what I need. Be searchable.